I marked this end with you, but then I followed this line back and I used the exact same tools, the compass at the same setting to mark this side, making sure I'm on the same plane for both ends. Now, I'm really close to this edge, and what's going to be really safety-wise very important in offset turning is going to be what centers you use. I use a steb for both centers. So this is a live steb, it's on a ball bearing, and this is my regular steb. So again, that just is a spring-loaded situation, but it also has these teeth, many teeth. So I'm going to pick this point back here, and then the point that's back here, and I'm going to put these onto the lathe. Now what's going to happen is I just need to know that half of my teeth are embedded in this to hold it. And I have a little more than half here. This is called a cup center. Cup just means you might have had one that came with your lathe. It's when it has a collar around a center point. So that collar is slanted in. So when it engages, it pulls material together. This kind of a collar, you can use this one, this also, live version of this, it pulls in. A cone, which I've been using, goes in and it's a wedge and it splits apart. So when at the end here, we're going to be really close to this edge. So we need to make sure that we're pulling together and not splitting apart. And what's great about these stebs is that the center point finds the point, but it doesn't go into it. It just identifies it, and then the spring allows you to come in and the teeth engage, but the spring won't go wedge in and chip out the sides of your piece. So there I am, ready to turn. So look what's going to happen. I'm going to put my tool rest up, and I have to make sure I'm not hitting my tool rest. And now we're going to go through exactly what we did before. We have to make sure that our tool rest is parallel to our lathe bed. So I'm going to make sure that's true. And I have to make sure I'm not hitting the tool rest. That's true. I'm locked. I'm locked. We want to double check everything when we're offset turning. I'm locked here and I'm locked here. So when I go to turn, look, this is what's going to happen. Hitting here, air here. Hitting here, air here. Okay? All right, so let's turn this around a little. Grab your shield. And I want to turn this at a pretty fast speed. If I'm going at a really slow speed like this, you in your mind you're thinking, oh, I would go slow because I'd be so afraid. But if you're going slow, you have this chance of actually catching your tool underneath. The faster you go, the more it's propelling that one surface to you, the quicker it's propelling it, the easier it is to cut and the less chance you can wedge in on it. So let's see what this looks like. So again, I use the heel of my tool to feel where that edge is right there. Then I lift up till I'm cutting, and then my finger goes underneath. Now Now I have to stop and check. So I happen to stop just at the point where I've hit my corner. Okay, so I have to find my back line. Look, I hardly have any material around it, so I have to really, I'm going to make sure I hit it right there, and that I hit it right here. So I know I'm in my holes, and I go here, and it's going to cut here, not cut here. And now I'm gonna go a little slower than I did last time, so I want to sneak up and really match my end lines here. So I'm going to double check this. So you can see here, I'm just a couple of cuts away, so I'm going to just do some nice light cuts. And I'm using exactly the same technique I was using. Tool, hand against the tool rest, finger running along the tool rest. And you might not be quite on, but now I have this ellipse. See, I could have gone a little further here. My tool rest might have been tipped out a little. So I'll go back and true any of that kind of stuff up that I can. So there's the ellipse. Try this on small blocks like this size, and then save them, because these can be, if you like the way something looks, now you can just take your dividers and put it here, and you know it's your little maquette for when you actually do other pieces. So now let's go turn a triangle.